Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Eclectic Astrology channel. Just a quick voice note for you all listeners, avid fans of astrology and psychology, because this channel is all about uncovering the self in various forms and the complexities that is the human being. The human being, the more I discover and get into these podcasts, I discover that it's anything but simple. We are all multi-layered, multi-dimensional creatures. And in this channel, we are trying to unlock it through Vedic astrology, bridging it with things like Enneagram, the Myers-Briggs model, the NLP model, the multiple intelligence model, and so on and so forth. Anyway, the multi-dimensional nakshatras series, what is it about? Those series uncover the basic bridge between the Vedic astrology nakshatras as well as the Enneagram, the 9 types of Enneagram, and the 16 types of MBTI. Now, as you know, there are 27 nakshatras. So, building a bridge is the attempt of these multi-dimensional nakshatra series. So, as you go through this different one of 27 nakshatras, you will figure out the different bridges that are possible between MBTI model, the 16 types, how it ties into the nakshatra, as well as the different Enneagram types which can possibly link to Pushya Nakshatra. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, my nakshatras are scattered in different planets, in different houses, and so on. It becomes highly complex. How do I figure that one out? Well, for that, there will be upcoming case studies which really gets into the deep dive mode. But before that, there are these multidimensional nakshatras. First, I urge you to go through the whole thing, see which nakshatra or which planet is sitting, and do your sort of own little homework, so to speak. Do your own little homework to see what is bridging in my chart, which planet is sitting, what is the function of the planet. Mars, for example, is drive and logic. Ketu is, for example, detachment and higher thinking, sort of a liberalistic thinking. Rahu is more obsession. Saturn is about work. Mercury is about intellect. Sun is about your thought process. Moon is about your emotions. You can try this on your own chart and the charts of your family, friends, and so on. So, first measure I would suggest is go through each one of these multidimensional nakshatras. The podcasts are scheduled up till 2027, so there's lots of it upcoming, and already scheduled to premiere on different dates. You can see that. So I suggest you subscribe if you are a serious student of astrology who's also interested in some degree of psychology. Because, folks, let's face it, here is where I come from in this channel. Unless we know what the embodiment of soul is with respect to the mind, the complexities of the mind, that's where the soul is embodied, and the drives of the subconscious mind, we will not know what talents we have. And we are increasingly approaching an age where it will be vital for us to help our young people, our children, our students, the youth, in discovering their talents and abilities rather than thinking this profession or that profession. As you know, and as you can see in 2025, after the advent of the AI, lots of jobs are getting lost. People are losing the jobs and trying to figure out what must I do next. Now, this channel and all the content it provides with regard to uncovering your personality with respect to Vedic astrology and using all the models that are out there, I'm trying to bring to you a depth of content which is focused on uncovering yourself, your talents, your work preferences, where you would function best, and what you would enjoy the most. Yes? So this is where I'm going with the whole content. So multidimensional nakshatras. It's a bridge between the nakshatras, the 27 nakshatras of Vedic astrology, MBTI, the 16 types, as well as the 9 types of Enneagram. So enjoy.
The multidimensional Hasta Nakshatra. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to effortlessly create, shape, and perfect everything they touch? They don't just work with their hands. They infuse skill, precision, and mastery into whatever they do. When you think about it, these are the ones who take raw potential and transform it into something remarkable, using their focus, agility, and intelligence to bring ideas to life. Their power isn't in force, It's in dexterity, adaptability, and the ability to manifest their vision with extraordinary skill. Is it any wonder that Hasta Nakshatra, ruled by the moon and symbolized by the open hand, carries the energy of creation, craftsmanship, and skillful execution? This is the nakshatra of artisans, entrepreneurs, healers, and problem solvers, those who thrive in hands-on work, intricate planning, and perfecting their craft. Hasta natives don't just think of ideas, they bring them into reality with precision, intelligence, and an almost magical ability to shape the world around them. Look at the craftsmen, surgeons, designers, strategists, and inventors who have a natural gift for working with their hands, solving complex problems, and creating something tangible from nothing. Whether in business, medicine, the arts, or skilled trades, they are meticulous, detail-oriented, and highly adaptive. They don't just perform tasks, they master them, refining their skills until they become second nature. And what makes them so powerful? It's their ability to merge intellect with execution, vision with precision, ideas with reality. Unlike Uttara Falguni's structured leadership or Purva Falguni's indulgent charm, Hasta moves with quick-witted efficiency, finding creative solutions, refining techniques, and executing plans with flawless accuracy. They are the architects of mastery, the hands that build, the minds that calculate, and the souls that strive for perfection. But here's what's most fascinating. Hasta's power isn't just in their hands, but in their minds. Their intelligence is sharp, tactical, and deeply analytical, allowing them to adapt quickly, manipulate situations in their favor, and outthink their competition. Whether in business, politics, or creative fields, they are masters of strategy, using both logic and intuition to navigate challenges with ease. So the next time you meet someone who thrives in hands-on work, who perfects every detail, who is sharp, skillful, and always in control of their craft, ask yourself, are they channeling the dexterous, ingenious force of Hasta? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just skillful. They are the makers, the problem solvers, the ones who remind us that intelligence isn't just about knowing. It's about doing, refining, and mastering. The multi-dimensional Hasta Nakshatra, the MBTI connection. Did you ever notice how some people have an almost magical ability to create, fix, or perfect anything they set their mind to? They don't just dream of possibilities. They bring them into reality with precision, skill, and an unmatched attention to detail. When you think about it, these are the ones who thrive in hands-on work, who calculate their moves with precision, who take pride in their ability to execute with efficiency and finesse. Their power isn't in grand gestures, it's in control, mastery, and the intelligence to turn ideas into tangible results. Is it any wonder that Hasta Nakshatra aligns with MBTI types that thrive on structure, skillful execution, and practical intelligence? The ISTP, ESTP, and ISTJ, each in their own way, mirror Hasta's gifted hands, sharp minds, and ability to bring order and mastery to the physical world. They don't just think about how things should be done. They refine, adapt, and perfect every step of the process. The ISP, the virtuoso, is Hasta's problem-solving genius, thriving on precision, mechanical skill, and hands-on experimentation. Like Hasta, they are masters of their craft, always refining their techniques, improving their efficiency, and working independently to perfect their skills. They don't waste time on theories. They dive into action, analyzing, troubleshooting, and making things work better than before. Their intelligence is tactical, hands-on, and deeply rooted in logic. Then there's the ESTP, the entrepreneur, the one who thrives in fast-moving, high-energy environments where quick thinking and adaptability are key. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns with Hasta's sharp-witted, dexterous nature? ESTPs, like Hasta, know how to read situations, react with lightning speed, and manipulate circumstances in their favor. They are natural risk takers, using their charm, intelligence, and resourcefulness to get what they want. They don't wait for things to happen, they make things happen. And what about the ISTJ, the logistician, the one who ensures that every plan is executed with discipline, accuracy, and attention to detail? Unlike the improvisational ISTP or the high-energy ESTP, the ISTJ channels Hasta's methodical, structured, and detail-oriented approach. They don't cut corners. They don't overlook small details. They execute plans flawlessly, ensuring that everything is done to the highest standard. Their patience, focus, and ability to create systems that work efficiently over time make them natural at mastering any craft they commit to. So, when you meet someone who thrives in hands on work, who perfects every process, who calculates every move with precision and control, ask yourself, are they channeling the intelligent, dexterous force of Hasta? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just skillful. They are the builders, the craftsmen, the tactical thinkers who remind us that mastery is in the details, and success comes from knowing exactly how to execute. The multi-dimensional Hasta Nakshatra, the Enneagram connection. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to thrive on precision, control, and mastery over their environment? They don't just work hard. They work smart, refining their skills, perfecting their craft, and ensuring that every detail is just right. When you think about it, these are the ones who don't settle for good enough. They constantly improve, troubleshoot, and find creative ways to make things more efficient, functional, and flawless. Their power isn't in grand gestures. It's in skill, intelligence, and execution. Is it any wonder that Hasta Nakshatra aligns with Enneagram types that thrive on structure, precision, and problem solving? The perfectionist, type 1, the investigator, type 5, and the challenger, type 8, each in their own way, mirror Hasta's sharp intellect, adaptability, and ability to create order out of chaos. They don't just accept things as they are, they analyze, refine, and master their craft until it reaches the highest possible standard. The perfectionist, type 1, is Hasta's meticulous architect, always striving for excellence, efficiency, and precision. Like Hasta, they hold themselves to the highest standards, ensuring that everything they do is done correctly and ethically. They aren't satisfied with mediocrity. They believe in discipline, structure, and continuous self-improvement. Their gift is in refining systems, correcting flaws, and ensuring that things work as they should. Then there's the investigator, type 5, the one who lives to analyze, troubleshoot, and solve complex problems. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns so strongly with Hasta's methodical, detail-oriented nature? Type 5s, like Hasta, thrive on deep understanding, constantly learning, refining their knowledge, and applying it in highly practical ways. They don't just gather information for the sake of it. They find ways to use their intelligence to solve real-world problems and perfect their craft. And what about the challenger, type 8, the one who demands control over their environment, ensuring that they are always in a position of strength and competence? Unlike the disciplined type 1 or the analytical type 5, the type 8 channels Hasta's ability to act with decisiveness, authority, and sharp strategic thinking. They don't just execute plans, they take charge, make things happen, and ensure that they are always in control of their work, their environment, and their success. So when you meet someone who thrives on hands-on mastery, who perfects every detail, who moves with intelligence, precision, and control, ask yourself, are they channeling the sharp, dexterous force of Hasta? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just skillful. They are the analysts, the craftsmen, the strategic thinkers who remind us that excellence isn't just about talent. It's about discipline, intelligence, and knowing exactly how to execute. The multi-dimensional Rohini Nakshatra. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to draw abundance, beauty, and admiration effortlessly, as if the universe itself conspires in their favor? They don't chase, they attract. They don't force, they cultivate. When you think about it, these are the ones who turn ordinary moments into masterpieces, who nurture potential into something extraordinary. Their presence alone transforms spaces, bringing comfort, creativity, and an undeniable sense of richness. Is it any wonder that Rohini Nakshatra, ruled by Venus and exalted in Taurus, carries an irresistible magnetic energy? It is the fertile ground where vision becomes reality, where passion turns into creation, where stability meets sensuality. Those born under it don't just exist, they thrive, infusing the world with beauty, prosperity, and an aura of effortless grace. Whether in art, business, or relationships, they leave a mark that lingers, deepens, and grows. Look at the artists, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries who make life itself feel richer and more meaningful. Whether shaping the world through music, fashion, architecture, or leadership, they have an innate gift for recognizing and cultivating value. They don't simply build, they curate, refine, and elevate. Every decision, every movement, every creation is rooted in intention, designed to bring pleasure, harmony, and lasting success. And what makes them so captivating? It's their ability to merge stability with passion, to create an empire while ensuring that it is filled with warmth and elegance. Unlike the sharp precision of Kritika or the fierce transformation of Bharani, Rohini moves with patience, with devotion, with a touch that makes everything around it bloom. They are builders, nurturers, and curators of both material and emotional wealth. But here's what's most fascinating. Rohini's power isn't just about beauty, but longevity. What they create doesn't just shine for a moment. It lasts, expands, and strengthens over time. Whether in art, love, or business, their work stands the test of time, becoming a legacy of refinement and fulfillment. They are not just dreamers. They are architects of desire, crafting a world where every sense is awakened and every resource is maximized. So, the next time you see someone who moves with effortless grace, who seems to turn everything they touch into gold, who carries an aura of richness and stability, ask yourself, are they channeling the luxurious, abundant force of Rohini? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just successful. They are the embodiment of creation, fulfillment, and the timeless pursuit of beauty and abundance. The multi-dimensional Rohini Nakshatra, the MBTI connection. Did you ever notice how some people seem to radiate calm confidence, as if they belong to a world of abundance, grace, and effortless success? They don't rush or struggle for attention, yet somehow they draw people in, making everything around them feel richer, more meaningful, more refined. When you think about it, these are the ones who build lasting empires, cultivate beauty in all forms, and create stability where others see only fleeting moments. Is it any wonder that Rohini Nakshatra aligns with MBTI types that value harmony, refinement, and the art of manifestation? The ESFJ, ISFJ, and ENFP, each in their own way, mirror Rohini's ability to nurture, create, and bring warmth into the world. They don't just exist in spaces, they shape them, enrich them, and turn them into something worth experiencing. The ESFJ, the consul, thrives in connection, tradition, and emotional intelligence. Like Rohini, they create stability through relationships, ensuring that everything and everyone they care about flourishes. They are natural hosts, leaders in social harmony, and guardians of emotional well-being. Just as Rohini embodies comfort and prosperity, the ESFJ's ability to bring people together, foster loyalty, and create a world of warmth and generosity makes them an undeniable force of attraction. Then there's the ISFJ, the defender, the quiet yet deeply rooted presence that brings security, patience, and long-term vision. Isn't it obvious why they align with Rohini's steadfast, nurturing nature? They don't just build for the moment, they build for generations, ensuring that what they create is lasting, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. Whether in family, career, or personal pursuits, they move with purpose and devotion, never seeking the spotlight, but always being the foundation upon which greatness is built. And what about the NFP, the campaigner, the one who infuses passion, creativity, and inspiration into everything they do? Unlike the structured nature of the ESFJ or ISFJ, the ENFP channels Rohini's artistic, magnetic essence, bringing vision, originality, and an ever-expanding curiosity into the world. They don't just appreciate beauty, they create it. Their charm, spontaneity, and ability to see opportunities where others see limitations make them the dreamers, the storytellers, and the ones who turn imagination into reality. So when you meet someone who moves through life with elegance, who builds not just for themselves, but for the future, who attracts rather than chases, who carries an air of refinement and depth, ask yourself, are they channeling the magnetic, abundant energy of Rohini? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just charming. They are the architects of beauty, the creators of stability, and the ones who leave a legacy that grows richer with time. The multi-dimensional Rohini Nakshatra, the Enneagram connection. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to effortlessly attract success, love, and admiration, as if the world itself bends to their presence. They don't push, they draw in. They don't fight for attention. They become the center of it without trying. When you think about it, these are the ones who cultivate beauty, nurture potential, and build something that lasts. Their power isn't in force, it's in magnetism, refinement, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. Is it any wonder that Rohini Nakshatra aligns with Enneagram types that seek fulfillment, radiate warmth, and create harmony? The Peacemaker, type 9, the Achiever, type 3, and the Helper, type 2, each embodying Rohini's ability to bring abundance, stability, and inspiration into the world. They don't just live life, they elevate it, making everything more beautiful, more prosperous, and more deeply connected. The Peacemaker, type 9, is Rohini's calm, grounding force, the one who moves with grace, patience, and an intuitive understanding of balance. Like Rohini, they seek peace and stability, avoiding unnecessary conflict while ensuring that life flows smoothly and harmoniously. Their presence alone calms, nurtures, and creates an aura of serenity. They don't chase after the chaotic, they center themselves in stillness, making them an emotional anchor for those around them. Then there's the Achiever, type 3, the one who doesn't just seek success, they embody it. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns with Rohini's natural magnetism and ability to manifest prosperity? Type 3s, like Rohini, thrive in the spotlight, drawing admiration through their ability to build, lead, and inspire. They are driven not just by ambition, but by the desire to create something extraordinary, something lasting, something undeniably valuable. Their elegance, confidence, and unrelenting pursuit of excellence make them the embodiment of growth and achievement. And what about the Helper, type 2? The one who nurtures, supports, and makes life richer for others. Like Rohini, they don't just build their own success, they bring others along with them, ensuring that love, warmth, and abundance are shared. They are the caregivers, the emotional anchors, and the ones who make people feel truly seen, valued, and supported. Their kindness isn't passive. It's active, generous, and deeply transformative, much like Rohini's desire to create and nurture in every aspect of life. So, when you meet someone who moves through life with grace, who draws success instead of chasing it, who turns everything they touch into something beautiful and lasting, ask yourself, are they channeling the abundant magnetic energy of Rohini? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just successful. They are the cultivators of harmony, the architects of prosperity, and the ones who remind the world that true wealth isn't just material. It's the ability to create, nurture, and leave behind something truly extraordinary. The multi-dimensional Shravana Nakshatra, the Enneagram connection. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to understand things on a deeper level, listening more than they speak, gathering knowledge before offering profound insights? They don't seek power through dominance or force. They earn respect through wisdom, patience, and their ability to guide others with intelligence and clarity. When you think about it, these are the ones who bridge communication gaps, absorb vast amounts of information, and ensure that what they share is meaningful, accurate, and transformative. Their power isn't in controlling others. It's in understanding them, in seeing patterns where others see confusion, in translating knowledge into practical wisdom. Is it any wonder that Shravana Nakshatra aligns with Enneagram types that thrive on wisdom, deep thinking, and structured understanding? The Investigator, type 5, the Peacemaker, type 9, and the Perfectionist, type 1, each in their own way, mirror Shravana's thoughtful, analytical, and knowledge-driven nature. They don't just seek answers. They seek meaning, structure, and a way to communicate what they've learned in a way that benefits others. The Investigator, type 5, is Shravana's ultimate seeker of truth, constantly absorbing knowledge, analyzing information, and refining their understanding of the world. Like Shravana, they value intellect, prefer deep thought over impulsive action, and strive to master subjects before speaking on them. They don't waste words. They speak when they are certain, ensuring that what they say carries weight and wisdom. Then there's the Peacemaker, type 9, the one who values harmony, listens deeply, and thrives on creating a sense of understanding among people. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns with Shravana's ability to bridge perspectives and serve as a diplomatic force? Type 9s, like Shravana, are deeply observant, taking in multiple viewpoints before offering a balanced and fair response. They don't rush into conflict. They de-escalate, bringing clarity, wisdom, and a calming presence to difficult situations. And what about the perfectionist, type 1? The one who seeks truth, order, and correctness, ensuring that everything they do is built on integrity and precision. Unlike the knowledge-driven type 5 or the harmony-seeking type 9, the type 1 channels Shravana's commitment to ensuring that truth is communicated clearly, ethically, and with accuracy. They don't just listen, they seek to improve, correct, and refine both themselves and the world around them. So, when you meet someone who is a deep listener, a quiet observer, a wellspring of wisdom that is only shared at the right time, ask yourself, are they channeling the insightful, knowledge-driven force of Shravana? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just intellectuals. They are the teachers, the mediators, the ones who remind us that true power isn't in speaking the loudest. It's in listening, understanding, and sharing knowledge in a way that elevates everyone around us. The multi-dimensional Shravana connection. Did you ever notice how some people seem to possess an innate ability to listen, absorb, and synthesize information before speaking with clarity and wisdom? They don't rush to prove themselves. Instead, they observe, analyze, and apply their knowledge thoughtfully, ensuring that their insights are valuable and well-founded. When you think about it, these are the ones who bridge understanding, communicate with precision, and thrive in roles where knowledge, strategy, and diplomacy are key. Their power isn't in loud authority, it's in quiet wisdom, perceptiveness, and their ability to translate knowledge into meaningful action. Is it any wonder that Shravana Nakshatra aligns with MBTI types that thrive on deep thought, structured learning, and clear communication? The INFJ, INTP, and ISTJ, each in their own way, mirror Shravana's thoughtful, analytical, and knowledge-driven nature. They don't just absorb knowledge for themselves. They use it to teach, refine, and create lasting impact through wisdom and understanding. The INFJ, the advocate, is Shravana's visionary guide, blending intuition, intellect, and emotional depth to offer profound insights. Like Shravana, they listen deeply, process information holistically, and communicate in a way that inspires and enlightens others. They don't just collect knowledge, they use it to guide, mentor, and uplift those around them, ensuring that their wisdom serves a higher purpose. Then there's the NTP, the logician, the one who thrives on learning, dissecting complex ideas, and uncovering deep truths. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns so well with Shravana's hunger for knowledge and intellectual mastery? INTPs, like Shravana, analyze everything, never taking things at face value, always searching for deeper meaning and logical coherence. They aren't just information gatherers. They refine, challenge, and reshape what they learn, ensuring that their insights are sharp, accurate, and applicable. And what about the ISJ, the logistician, the one who values structure, accuracy, and discipline, ensuring that knowledge is applied correctly and ethically? Unlike the introspective INFJ or the theoretical INTP, the ISTJ channels Shravana's methodical, detail-oriented, and highly structured approach to learning and execution. They don't just collect knowledge, they organize it, systematize it, and ensure that it is used efficiently and correctly. Their presence brings stability, reliability, and a deep respect for wisdom and tradition. So when you meet someone who listens intently, absorbs knowledge deeply, and communicates with clarity and thoughtfulness, ask yourself, are they channeling the insightful, wisdom-driven force of Shravana? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just knowledgeable. They are the mentors, the strategists, the ones who remind us that true wisdom isn't about how much we know. It's about how well we apply, refine, and share it to create meaningful impact. The multi-dimensional Shravana Nakshatra, the Enneagram connection. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to absorb wisdom from everything around them, process information deeply, and then articulate their insights with remarkable clarity? They don't rush into decisions. They listen, analyze, and ensure that what they say or do is rooted in knowledge and experience. When you think about it, these are the ones who act as bridges between knowledge and action, understanding both the logic and the emotions behind situations, making them trusted advisors, strategists, and guides. Their power isn't in impulsive action, it's in patience, deep understanding, and their ability to provide valuable insights at the right time. Is it any wonder that Shravana Nakshatra aligns with Enneagram types that thrive on knowledge, structured thinking, and effective communication? The Investigator, Type 5, the Peacemaker, Type 9, and the Perfectionist, Type 1, each in their own way, mirror Shravana's wisdom-seeking, detail-oriented, and diplomatic nature. They don't just accumulate knowledge for its own sake. They seek to refine, understand, and use it in ways that bring clarity and stability to those around them. The Investigator, Type 5, is Shravana's seeker of deep truths, constantly absorbing, analyzing, and refining their understanding of the world. Like Shravana, they prefer to observe and learn before speaking, ensuring that when they do contribute, their insights are sharp, well-reasoned, and meaningful. They aren't interested in surface-level understanding. They delve into complexities, uncover hidden patterns, and thrive on intellectual discovery. Then there's the Peacemaker, Type 9, the one who listens deeply, values multiple perspectives, and seeks to harmonize differences. Isn't it obvious why this type aligns so strongly with Shravana's diplomatic and mediating energy? Type 9s, like Shravana, create bridges between people, ideas, and viewpoints, ensuring that communication flows smoothly and that wisdom is shared constructively. Their ability to bring calm, perspective, and a sense of structure to conversations makes them natural advisors, mentors, and mediators. And what about the Perfectionist, Type 1, the one who values structure, ethics, and the accurate transmission of knowledge? Unlike the detached Type 5 or the harmony-seeking Type 9, the Type 1 channels Shravana's desire for correctness, discipline, and applying knowledge in a responsible way. They don't just seek truth, they seek to ensure that it is used wisely, ethically, and in a way that upholds integrity and higher principles. Their ability to hold themselves and others to high standards makes them respected figures of authority and wisdom. So when you meet someone who listens more than they speak, who takes in knowledge deeply, who ensures that every word they share carries weight and meaning, ask yourself, are they channeling the insightful, wisdom-driven force of Shravana? Because when you really think about it, they aren't just thoughtful. They are the intellectual guardians, the mediators, the ones who remind us that true understanding isn't just about knowing, it's about applying wisdom in a way that creates clarity, harmony, and meaningful impact.